Imagine this. It's move 1 and you push your pawn to e4. Suddenly, your opponent responds with e5, and now you have a choice. Do you throw down the king's gambit, sacrificing a pawn for chaos and attack? Or do you calmly build the London, slowly setting up your fortress? That decision says more about you than about the position on the board. It's not just strategy, it's personality. Welcome to Chess and Beyond. Today, we're going to look at how your opening choices reveal the kind of player you are. Not just in chess, but sometimes even in life. By the end of this episode, we'll explore what it really means to be a gambler at the board, what it means to be a builder, and the many shades in between, so you can decide where your style truly fits. Picture this. The clock is ticking. You play f4. The king's gambit. Right from the start, you're saying, I don't care about safety, I want the fight. This is the gambler's mindset. Sacrifice first, ask questions later. Gambler players thrive in chaos. They want the board messy. They want both kings exposed. Because in the storm, they feel alive. It's not about memorizing long theory. It's about instinct, spotting a chance, seizing it. Sometimes it leads to brilliant attacks, other times to spectacular crashes. But win or lose, the gambler lives for the rush. Now, imagine the opposite. The clock starts. You play c6. The Caro can. No fireworks. No early sacrifices. Just solid ground. This is the builder's mindset. Every move is a brick, a wall, a foundation. Builders don't rush. They don't chase quick wins. They're happy to trade pieces. Happy to wait. Their goal? A safe king. A strong pawn structure. And an endgame that's already half won. It's not flashy. It's not dramatic. But it's reliable. And it breaks the will of opponents who expect chaos. Where the gambler thrives on risk, the builder thrives on patience. A player's favorite openings can blend seamlessly with their overall chess personality. But not everyone leans on structure. Some prefer precision above all else. That's where the calculator comes in. They don't gamble. They don't just build. They calculate. Every move runs through a silent machine in their mind. If I play this, they'll reply with that, and then I'll have this. 10 moves ahead. Sometimes more. This is where players like Karpov or Kramnik shined. They weren't explosive. They weren't flashy. But their depth was terrifying. A calculator sees lines others don't. They find quiet moves, subtle shifts, that decide the game before the opponent even realizes what's happening. It's not about style. It's about precision. Beyond pure calculation lies creation. And then there's the artist. For them, chess isn't war. It isn't calculation. It's creation. They paint with pawns. They sculpt with knights. Every move is part of a bigger picture. Think of Mikhail Tal. He didn't just play chess, he composed masterpieces over the board. The artist thrives on beauty, on elegance, on the unexpected. They'll sacrifice material, not because it's the best move, but because it creates a story. For them, the board isn't 64 squares. It's a canvas, and each game is a signature. So, which one are you? The warrior, who fights until the very end. The scientist, who trusts the numbers. The explorer, who thrives in the unknown. Or the artist, who plays for beauty. Of course, most of us aren't just one thing. We're a mix, a blend. Changing with the day, the opponent, even our mood. But knowing your archetype can change the way you see the board. It can explain why you take risks or avoid them. Why some games feel like battles and others feel like puzzles. But what about you? Tell us in the comments, do you recognize yourself in one of these archetypes? Or are you something else entirely? Maybe, just maybe. That's the secret of chess. It's not just about moves and outcomes. It's a mirror. And the reflection you see is entirely your own.